Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be discussing the most likely path to an electoral tie between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Of course, if there is an electoral tie, for those who don't know, um, it goes to the state delegations from the House of Representatives, and a majority, and whoever the majority of the state delegations vote for is elected the President of the United States. And then with Vice President, it goes to the Senate, and then they vote on the Vice President. So, if there is a 269-269 tie, Republicans have a majority in state delegations, while Democrats currently have a 51-49 majority in the Senate, so it would likely be a President Trump and a Vice President Walz. Now, a 269-269 tie scenario is not the most likely, but it is a very real possibility going into this election, which, by all means, as of the moment, looks like it's going to be a nail-biter election. With that being said, I am gonna be looking at margins in the video. It's gonna be a rather brief video, but we're gonna be looking at margins. So let's just get into our safe Harris states, and we're gonna give her the classic safe 181 electoral votes. For those who watch the videos, know that that is what you're looking at right now, minus New Hampshire, accidentally, because I went through all these, and then to the safe 125 states for Trump. Now these are just the basic, like, minus any landslide scenario, Trump will get 125 and Harris will get 181. Very unlikely that Trump would win any of these safe states or Harris would win any of the Trump safe states. What am I forgetting? Alaska. Anyway, let's head into our likely states now. Likely states: state of Minnesota. Picked Walz. He's pretty popular in Minnesota, and it will help her. Minnesota will not relatively be that competitive this time around, as well as Colorado. Has become less and less competitive as time has gone on. Maine at large, New Hampshire, likely for Kamala Harris. Likely states for Donald Trump: Florida, Texas, Iowa, Ohio, Maine 2nd Congressional District, 219 electoral votes to Harris's 207. Now we're looking at the lean states, and ultimately this does come down to Nebraska 2nd Congressional District plays a major role in it, and some other states across the country. But New Mexico would be lean for Harris, as well as the state of Virginia. Trump lean would be North Carolina, Georgia, and then the state of Arizona would be a lean in favor of Donald Trump. Here we go. We have the final 4 states really to look at, giving Kamala Harris the state of Michigan by a lean, given to her by a lean margin, but it doesn't really matter, as well as the state of Wisconsin by a lean margin. So you can see it's going to come down to a few things. Now, how do we get Kamala Harris at 269? She would tilt the state of Pennsylvania in her favor. It's going to be much closer now with Kamala not choosing Josh Shapiro to be her VP. In addition, it's going to be closer in the Rust Belt in general. I think Walz helps her, but Shapiro definitely would have helped her much more. With that being said, Donald Trump would tilt the state of Nevada in his favor, as well as Nebraska 2nd Congressional District. Now, Donald Trump won Nebraska 2nd in 2016, lost it in 2022 pretty heavily to Joe Biden. But this time around, you have somebody like Vice President Harris, who definitely does not have that suburban women appeal that Biden had in 2020. Biden was from, as he likes to say, Scranton, Pennsylvania. He was from Claymont, from the suburbs of the Northeast. Now, Nebraska's 2nd is not in the Northeast, but it has a very similar vibe to it, very similar appeal. Trump likely is going to perform better than any Republican in decades in the Sun Belt, in states like Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, in a long time. And for that, probably since, George Bush, he very likely could flip Nevada. You saw him performing incredibly well against Biden in the polls. It's a little bit closer now with Harris, but still maintaining a lead in Nevada and Arizona. All Trump needs to do is hold the states that he held in 2020, which would get him to 235, win 3 states that he's leading in the polls in right now, which is Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada, and then win Nebraska 2nd Congressional District, which is the closest. Harris would basically have to hold the blue wall in terms of Democrat necessities to make this scenario possible. But this is the scenario for a 269-269 tie. It's a possibility, not a likelihood, but it certainly would be quite a dramatic end to a bitter election this time around. With that being said, that's really all I have for you, a brief video today. Thank you guys for watching, and once more, thank you all for reaching 1,000 subscribers together as a channel. That's a big milestone for me. And I can't wait to see what else we have to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and comment below your thoughts on this scenario.